probably like the first time I've streamed in a while, honestly. And I just realized I don't have my tablet up. Crap! Be right back. Okay, I'm back. How did I miss my tablet? Lol, that's funny. I'm updating Restream chat, so I can't really see what anybody's saying just yet. Okay, we're gonna have to re-download that, I guess. Why is it like that? Okay, that's really weird. I guess we're just gonna try that out, see what happens. Hope it works. In the meantime, I want music, so let's go back. What do I want to listen to? I guess that'll work. Okay. Does it work? It's like showing up there. That's weird. I don't know what's with the chat, but I guess it's working. Okay. I guess I'm gonna get started. It's been like a really crazy last month or so. So I'm probably just gonna do something relaxing and what I consider easy to draw. Not like anything crazy elaborate. So I have this like old painting that I worked on a while back. I was doing like, let me see if I can pull them up. It's like, I think it's like data storyboard art. Storyboard art? Yeah, okay, so this is what I was working on. It's like a quick, easy, teeny tiny little paintings of scenes in the graphic novel. Just something like quick and easy so I don't overthink things. And I haven't really gotten very far with it. But yeah, so this one is the one that I did first because it's like the first scene, kind of, sort of. And that's why the quality is like pixelated and not very good. But we're gonna make a large version of it, and we're gonna actually go in and like add a lot of detail to the face and make it look nice. And if my voice is deep, it's just because I'm getting over a cold. Okay, I think that's everything. How is everybody? I'm gonna get started. So I'm just going in and adding key details. Like I said, it's super pixelated right now. So we're just gonna kind of try our best to fix that. Hi, Potato Loads. I like this drawing too. It's pretty simple. It's not going to be anything crazy. Just something really easy and relaxing after the crazy month that I have endured. What are you up to right now? Oops, I put that on the wrong layer. Dang it. We just started this. We're already making mistakes. Can go in that layer. And I think I already have references for this painting, so I'm gonna go try and pull them up. I'm pretty sure it's like... it's not Aporia. No, it's not gonna be in there. I think it's under places and then water. Water? Water. There it is. What? It's not in here? Okay. Rain? Maybe? Oh, here we go. The wet folder. Here we go. So we're just gonna use a couple references. I think the sunlight is coming from like above slightly to the right because the shadows are kind of slightly this way. So I think it's gonna be like over here somewhere. I should probably make it like that. Maybe slightly up. Okay, let's actually kind of start on this. So I just kind of, when I first made this, I kind of made this like a really quick rough draft, if that makes sense. So there's not a lot of detail at all, especially since it was like a really tiny painting. But now we're gonna actually go in and add like details and shadows to her face and stuff. So the first place that I want to start is like in the eye area, because you don't just have like, you know, like an eye that sticks out and stuff. You actually have a socket that goes all the way in, so like all of this would get darker. Maybe not that dark, but let's make that maybe more pink or purple. So we're gonna darken up this inner corner. Here we go. That's a good one. Inner corner needs to be darkened up and slightly around the edges of the eye. And underneath the eye, kind of, sort of. And probably like the edges of the face, right here. It's probably gonna look really weird right now, but that's okay, because that's just in the beginning phase. The sides of the nose definitely need some kind of shading. Right now I'm just gonna kind of do an all-around like even shading, but eventually I want to go in and actually make it look like the light is coming from one side. or slightly from the side. So we'll just kind of even this out. My character has, I guess, a kind of thin nose, probably. I always put like an indent right here because she's got kind of like a button nose, I feel like. And then some shading underneath the nose, especially on that side. And under the lip, because when your lip like pokes out, it kind of casts a shadow underneath, so this will always kind of have like a dark shadow underneath. Not to mention like your face, the way that it's shaped, your cheeks will come down and like your chin will like poke out, but you still have this like whole indent right here. So that whole area, and you can even look at this reference as a really great example of that. So like the character has this like, you know, the cheeks are round and highlighted, and then you have this like indent right here, and then all of this is dark and casts a shadow in this whole area, and then the chin comes out. So that's actually kind of a perfect example. So we're just gonna kind of softly darken all that up. I'm gonna mix a bit of pink in there. Add a bit of those softer colors. I don't want it to be like super harsh on there. So I'm going to turn down the density on my brush. And then that indent also kind of comes up into the nose right here. So like the best way that I kind of imagine it is like your face is like this round piece of clay, right? And then you take for the nose this like square slab that you'll eventually shape or whatever into a nose, but like if you imagine that square slab being pushed down into the clay, it's gonna form an indent all the way in this like area, right? And then as it comes out back into the lips, depending on how big your lips are or how like perky or whatever you want to call it, there will be a slight highlight kind of in this area actually. So this is a good example too. So it's like, notice it's all dark right here. Kind of, this is all kind of that like nice dark color, and then this is all highlighted right here. So we're just gonna kind of follow the same concept. Come over to our character and kind of add a nice little dark indent, and we'll buff it all out eventually, but we want to build that up into that spot where we put the nose, right? So this is all gonna crease down. It also depends on how poofy your character's cheeks are and stuff. So like if your character had some crazy poofy cheeks, that in between like area is going to be a lot darker because it's not going to catch as much light, right? So it really just depends on what you're going for your character. Can't stress that enough. I say that every stream. I'm going to push all this down because I don't think her mouth is that big. And pull this down. It looks really weird right now, but that's okay. It's gonna eventually get there. It's always like that. It looks hilarious at first. Try not to forget the indent between the lips or whatever that thing is called. I forget it every single time without fail. Kind of bring that out a bit. I don't want it to be like overly shiny, but my brush is just like not soft enough. We're gonna try to harshen that outline on her face because you can tell this is like really pixelated. So I'm just gonna kind of get rid of any ambiguity around her face. Like we want to know what the face shape is and what the chin shape is. And I think this character kind of has a very like puffy face almost. Like puffier cheeks and kind of like a heart shaped face, like a, not like a perfect heart, but kind of squeezed in a bit. So like a short heart face. And I'm gonna thin out her lips. I don't think her lips are really big. I still don't think that chin is right, so we're gonna push all this in. Kind of bring it up. Something else. Maybe this one? That could be good. So we're going to take that pink color and bring that up here as well and onto the nose. I don't really want that dark brown color really. I want it to be like a nice mixture of that. That's kind of perfect. That pink and that brown. That's perfect. We're going to softly fill that in on the eyes. Get rid of any blue and bring these together. And bring that in. So basically the way that your eyes work is it's a socket. A lot of beginner artists always, well, first let me merge this all down. A lot of beginner artists when they draw, their habit is they always do like the eye right here, right? And then they'll put like the eyebrows and stuff, and maybe they'll put like a line right here. And that's kind of just what they'll do. That's not really totally accurate, obviously. The way that eyes work is it's like this entire whole socket area that like rests the ball in between everything. So it goes in right here, it'll indent the deepest right here, and then it'll kind of come out this way. And so this area right here will, like, your skin will fold over the eyeball, but then it'll come back out into the eyebrow and kind of form a, like, it'll protrude out and bump out that way. So you'll notice, like, if we take all that away, it's gonna look more like this. So there's gonna be like a shadow right here, and then probably wherever the eyelid stops, and then it's gonna kind of bring a bit of a highlight underneath the brow bone. And that shadow isn't gonna go, it depends on like if their hair is up and whatnot. So like for example, this character, she's like slightly going down underwater, so this is all gonna be darker and kind of, because that's, how do I explain it, like if you imagine like your face is like planes, for example, so you have a flat plane right here, but then it's like changing on the side, right? Like this doesn't face the same way that this does, obviously. It's pretty self-explanatory. So all of this by the eye is going to go into darkness, and then it's going to bend into the eyeball. So let's go in and just do that real quick. I've kind of already done it. So you see like the shadow right here is going right here and bouncing back this way onto this side of the face, forming what looks like the cheek. And then it's the same thing with the eyeball itself. So like depending on where the light is coming from, it's gonna get darker in the corner, and then as it comes out, it's gonna light up. And then as it goes back in into its little corner, it's gonna get darker again, because those spots don't catch the light quite as well, right? So it's gonna look something like that. And then same with the bottom. So because it's this like whole area right here, that means that the bottom of the lid is also going to protrude out. So you have this whole shadow like we created, but then we're also going to add a lower lid. And sometimes this will be super lit up depending on how crazy your lower lids are. Some people have like really puffy lids, some people don't really have that at all. It really just depends. It also depends on where the light is coming from, so you might not even see that. This is a good example over here. Like she's She doesn't really have much of that going on. It also depends on like what facial expression you're doing. There's a lot of things to take into consideration when you're drawing those sorts of things. But for mine, I'm just gonna kind of darken it. Give it one tiny little bit of a highlight. And I'm gonna fix her eyebrows because they're really messy and not right at all. So push that all down. We can get rid of that. We don't need that. This is all line work. I'll keep that for now. So her hair is red, so I'm gonna do like a brown for her eyebrows. I guess that'll work, whatever. I'm gonna kind of bring them down. I think when I first drew this, I just kind of did whatever because I don't have a lot of room for detail, so I'm just gonna kind of bring her eyebrows down a little bit. And the rule with your eyebrows is basically like, it can vary a little bit, and it also depends on the character, but usually the golden ratio for eyebrows is your eyebrow, like the inner corner, shouldn't come out any further than, I think it's like if this is the tip of my nose, it's either this spot right here where it like is touching the nostril, or it literally is the edge of the nostril. So your eyebrow can't come out any further than that. So if we come over to my character, let's try to find the edge of her face. It might be like right here. It really depends. It's not going to be perfect the first time, but we'll refine it later. But we're going to pretend that this is where the edge of her nose is. So if that's the case, then her eyebrows need to come out just a little further. There are different ways that you can do eyebrows. There's all kinds of different eyebrows out there. But what I like to do is I like to kind of fade the outer edge, like I said outer, the inner corner towards the nose. I like to fade that and make that not as harsh as the rest of the eyebrows to make it look a little bit more natural, and just kind of sometimes I'll go back and forth. Like the way that I draw hair is I don't sit here and do like every individual little hair, and I don't want every hair to like look exactly perfect. I want it to be messy. So what I do is I kind of get the fade that I want and the thickness that I want. Let's go up on the other layer and delete that. There we go. Anyway, so what I do is I go in, like this is a nice good fade. It's kind of needs to be a little bit softer. So that's kind of a good fade. And then what I'll do is I'll take the skin color and I'll go in and just backwards use the skin color and cut into the eyebrow to get that nice like hair effect. And it just makes it nice and soft without overdoing it or doing like a million little hairs. That would get annoying. And I'm not really worried about the eyebrows right now a whole lot. I just wanted to kind of get them in there. I'm gonna push this out the opposite way. And I'm gonna take that eyebrow color and push that further in and darken this corner up just a little bit more. And there you go, you've got a nice little eye socket. It's not like totally great or anything, but certainly works. Now we just have to get it on the other side. So we're gonna take the hair. We have to fix it first. First, we'll get the hair out of the way. Okay, we're gonna disappear the hair. Go in and get rid of all this because this is on my skin tone layer. Just kind of shade that all in darker because that's gonna be under the hair. And then since I'm not like overly worried about, actually I might bring that eyebrow down. I kind of like that. Let's bring that down. Oops. Yeah, let's push that in. Okay, let's. I'm gonna kind of make this a little bit flatter. Like how soft it is on the other side. And a little bit further in. Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to get it to just be a little bit lower and match this one because I actually really like this one. It's not like too arced, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of be lazy, so I'm gonna layer copy it and flip it over, but you could do it from scratch if you wanted to. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, we have to fix this real quick. Let's go to canvas, flip, counterclockwise. Here we go. There. Now I can flip it horizontally. Copy and flip horizontally, and then erase the old one on the opposite side, and we get a perfect face. You could do it from scratch. So a lot of people, when they start drawing, they're like, I can never get my eyes and eyebrows to look even. And really, that's just, I mean, there's a couple of cheats that you can do for it. You can use a grid if you want to, but I do, I don't know what it's called. There's a name for this method. But basically what I do is I just pretend that there's a grid there, and I use like other objects to kind of guesstimate, if that makes sense. So we'll just use the nose, for example. So when we're looking at the nose, if this is the tip or middle of the nose, right? And I'm saying that the outer corner of the nose is all the way out here, then that means I need to do the same on this side. It can't be any less. Like if this was right here, that's like clearly not symmetrical. So you just literally are looking at things and copying them. That's it. That's all you're doing. So you just have to find a middle point. So like up here, for example, if we put this like little line here, and you could even use a grid if you wanted to. But like roughly, this is how far away the eyebrow starts, right? And look at the shape of the eyebrow. So if we like brought this out, this eyebrow is like kind of curving like this. But if we come over here, it's more like that. That doesn't match up. And you just literally find things, and as long as you keep doing it over and over as you're going through the painting, eventually it'll all become even and it'll all come together. So it's kind of like using a grid, but you don't draw out the whole grid, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to pretend that there's a line there and go in and fix everything and make it all the same. And over time, this is what would happen. We would copy it and then flip it and then erase the old one and get rid of anything that might screw up our painting. So all these spots, because sometimes when you flip it, it's not going to have the shadows the right way. So that's pretty good. And then if you flip it, sometimes you can play around with it to get it exactly how you want it. Like if I flipped this and I was like, her face kind of looks a little bit too long. Let's kind of widen it. I could pull it out if I wanted to. But I'm okay with where it's at right now. So I'm just going to kind of overlay that and push it down. And then go in and fix any errors. So like, for example, this, we need to get rid of all that line work. Layer, copy, and we're gonna flip the line work. And it's not gonna be perfect, so we have to auto do it ourselves. Find the center, which is right there on that nose tip, and line them up. And you'll notice it doesn't, some things don't translate well, so we'll just get rid of all that. We just want the eyes to be even, which is good. I don't know why this music is on. Oh my gosh, can we pick something else? Let's see. I like this one. It looks really weird right now, but that's okay. It always is like that when we first start. Oh, let's get rid of anything that's down here. Good thing I didn't miss, or did, what am I trying to say? Good thing I saw that. Is that the light, I think? Yeah. Okay. So it looks kind of weird right now, but that's okay. It'll come together eventually. And then if we put the hair over it, it's kind of starting to come together. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is go look up my character and look at her face. You'd think I'd have it memorized, but... Surprise! Okay, where is she? Harry. Okay, so here we go. And you can notice her face is pretty, it's like a squished heart. So as we're looking at this, I can like set them side by side and kind of compare the details, and obviously I can see like what's wrong immediately, and we're gonna push all that down, and that's not right at all, so we're just gonna kind of drag her face down. I don't like to cut things out, because if you cut it out and then paste it, you're gonna get this like really harsh line. So what I like to do is I select and I edit, copy it, and then paste it, and then you can just move it around on top of the old one and kind of get rid of that line as you go. So her face is much more squished in, which means that her eyebrows need to kind of come down right about. And now we'll go in and kind of fade around this area. I'm like just getting over cold or allergies or something. And her nose is like way smaller, so we can go in and just get rid of all of that for now. We'll come back to all that. And her mouth is a lot higher, so we're actually going to take her mouth, oops, select, edit, copy, edit, paste again, and drag it up. Just a no, why is it like that? That's weird. What the heck? Edit, copy, edit, paste. Why is it? Oh, that's why. Okay, layer, copy, and then wrench all that down. Now it should work. So we go in, select, edit, copy, edit, paste, and just kind of. Why is it still doing that? What the heck? Something's not right. Okay, let's try this one more time. Edit, copy, edit, paste. There we go, finally. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of drag her mouth. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna widen it. That's easier, because she has pretty thick lips, it seems like. You'd think I know my characters by heart. Her mouth, so again, this is where we're talking about earlier. If you just find a middle point on certain things and just copy that from that middle point, eventually everything will be right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm over here looking at my character that I drew, and I'm noting how far away the lip is from the tip of the nose, and it's really short. It's like a really tiny little distance right there. But if we come over to this one, granted her mouth is open. Crap, I just did something. I don't know what I did. Undo. Okay, redo. Edit, redo, undo. Okay. Anyway, so if we come over here and look at this one, like, it's way longer. So it's, well, actually before even that, like, look how far away that was. That's like, it's just an insane difference. And even if her mouth is closed, it's really only going to be, like, just slightly more in. So, yeah, we're still not there yet. We need to drag her mouth up a little bit further. Oops, and I screwed that up. Dang it. Get rid of that. Okay, now we're gonna drag our lips up. Which means that as we do this, and we drag her mouth up, right? We're going and pulling this all up. Now look what's happening. As we're like starting to pull things up and copy what we see, we're starting to realize that this over here is also like way off now because we've fixed some things. And that's why this technique is amazing, because now you can start gradually knowing what you're freaking doing wrong and fix it fast. So for example, if we kind of look over at the left picture, like look how short that distance is from the jaw to the lip. It's like way shorter. So we have to fix that, which means we go in, and there's a couple things we could do, but I'm literally just gonna drag it and take her neck and push it up into all of that and shorten the distance. And her chin is just slightly wide. Still kind of not right, so we're just gonna keep on pushing it. Keep pushing it. It's like a workout. Push! Just kidding. And that's almost right. Almost. It's hard to tell right now because I'm not worried about the details yet. Right now I'm just getting the placement right of everything. So it probably looks really weird. Not gonna lie. And push the lips down. And her eyes are pretty big. So I'm actually going to kind of push those down, I think. Not like push them down, but make them really like further, thicker, I guess. I don't know. So like kind of right here. And it's already starting to look like her. It really does look like she has her eyes closed because we're like copying certain things and measuring certain things. And as we like keep doing that over time, this is really going to start to look like our character just with a different facial expression. And that's ultimately what we want. We want to keep things consistent across the board. And that's why it's super important to know and rework on your character a lot and try to like really know what their face looks like so that you can kind of make them look like them no matter what angle they're at. Pretty redundant, but let's take that highlight and put it like right here, I think. And take some of that low light. Give her that like middle thing, whatever that's called. Push the shadows down. And push this down as well. Softly push it all down. Just buffing out those edges on the like nose where it's coming in, and darkening all this up honestly because I don't think she has much protrusion on her top lip, so all this is going to be pretty soft and close to the lip, so like right about there kind of. And now it's starting to look less and less weird. We're also going to fix her nose because the nose isn't totally the right shape. So I'm just going to go in and take that nice like brown color or like kind of mix it with the purple. Ooh, that's a good one. Here we go. And just kind of bring that tip of the nose down. Kind of bring it out. Bring that down because her nostrils don't go high up. This is anime. Anime is very mostly small tipped noses for the females. That's already starting to look so much better. It always makes me laugh because like whenever I try to tell people that I'm streaming on like Instagram, for example, I have to put a picture, right? And so like when I first start the drawing, it's obviously not gonna look good. And so like when people go through my Instagram, they're gonna just see like a bunch of half-assed paintings because they're not finished. It's just when I'm beginning streaming and I'm telling people to come hang out. And it just kind of cracks me up. Yeah, that looks way more like the character than it did before. Can we just like do it before and after? So here's before. There's like nothing there. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. And it looks so goofy now that we're like comparing. But before, when I first started, it probably looked kind of okay and abstract almost because we had nothing to compare it to and didn't really know like where this painting was going. But now it's kind of coming together. So it's already looking way better. So I'm just gonna go in and try to like add highlights onto the nose. Like right on that little dot. Why is that? Oh, it's the eraser. That's why. Had like a highlight right here and a tiny little one there, and then like one right here to like show somewhere in there. That's where the nose tip is, kind of, sort of. It's really rough, but that's okay. It's gonna come together eventually. And then add her nostrils. And that, just adding that detail to the nose already made her face look a lot slimmer. Before it was like kind of like just gaudy and all over the place. But now it's kind of actually looking much better. I'm also going to take those colors on the bottom of the chin and push them up. I'm also going to go in and take more dark colors and put them at the very bottom of the chin. And now that we've got her lips positioned in a good spot, we can go in and start adding shadows. And I still think that chin is kind of a little bit big. Okay, let's go. We'll just copy and paste it. So edit, copy, edit, paste. I still think the chin is kind of a little big and far away from her lip, so we're just going to take it and gently push it up. Just a tiny bit. And then clear. And see, you can see some errors and stuff, so we have to go in underneath and just like gradually get rid of all of that. That's way freaking better. Much, much, much better. Like, it's already starting to look like her. And so that's the other thing too with this. Like I said, if you keep following that like grid method or whatever and you keep comparing things, when it starts to like look good because you're doing all this, when you zoom out, you'll notice things that don't make sense. Like now her head is way too big compared to her face. So we're gonna have to go in and fix all that later, but we'll do that last. I want to just like really work on her face right now. I'm gonna really push the shadows in on her eyes. And the reason for this is because she's like in the water, so all this is gonna be like kind of darkening, I think. Especially since her hair is in the way too. So all this should bend into the eye socket and around. I want to kind of change the shape. So again, if you keep comparing things, so like for example, that shadow that we're looking at on the side of her face right here, the shape of it isn't like this. You'll notice that the shadow is actually kind of like that shape. So we're gonna try to kind of copy that. So we're gonna go in and just push this in concave, right? Or bubble it out? I don't freaking know. Anyway, we're just gonna copy it. And just kind of push that in. And blend it out. We don't want it to be too harsh. Just slowly building it up. And now we're gonna pick a more realistic lip color for her because right now it's pretty blue and not in a pretty way. So I'm just gonna kind of look around and try to find like a good spot. I kind of like this color, but I want it to be more vivid. So let's try, I think that'll be a good color. Yeah, we'll do that. So something that's on the skin that kind of is in that same color scheme, but not exactly the skin color. And then I go in and I just use the skin color to kind of create highlights over the lip and stuff. So lips are really fun. I love lips. They're really fun to draw. A lot of people, when they're drawing them, they tend to think that it's like all about that like line in the middle, like making them like smile and stuff. Or like angry or whatever, and it's kind of like that, but really like the best thing about lips is it's all subtle, I can't pronounce it, but it's mostly like subtle stuff, and it's mostly like the outer corners and stuff that really make them look good. So my favorite thing is like you can really make an expression look soft or whatever by just kind of messing with the outer corners of the mouth. So like if we took a really dark color and poked it up right here in the corners and then gave her like that line in the middle, it would make her look like she's like smiling while sleeping without actually having to do this like harsh smile line, or like just dropping them down even. You know, you can do all kinds of interesting things without actually like making it super harsh, and that's like the best thing about lips. I don't know why, it's just like, it's my favorite. So we're just going to kind of go in and softly build up the outer corner. And again, remember your rules. So if you want your lips to look even, you have to find a center point for them. So I use the nose as the center point for the whole face. So if this spot right here is what we're saying is the center of the face, then we're going to cut through the mouth. And look how far out this one is. It's like way out there compared to this one. So we're just going to kind of drag that in. Nothing too fancy. And then kind of redo it. And that's already looking worlds better. It's awesome. Art is really awesome. I don't like how pink they are, so I'm just gonna kind of softly go over with like one of these shadow colors and kind of give it more of a like softer color. And there are all kinds of lips with different thicknesses and shapes, so that's something to really keep in mind when you're drawing. So Aries kind of has like a puffy, weird thickness like in the middle, sort of. So this part right here is going to have kind of like more of a highlight than the rest, and it's also going to have more of this like shadow around it, if that makes sense. And we can come over here and kind of look at it to improve it. So like you'll see it's like really puffy out this way, and then there's this like side thing or whatever. Not all lips are the same. So hers kind of looks like that, and it kind of matches it on the top, so we're gonna add a little bit going up, but not too harsh. And add some of that darkness in there. And on the outer. And then just be sure to shape the lip however. And it's starting to look really soft. And we didn't even do like a harsh line through the mouth or anything like that. We just kind of softly pulled it all together. And that's my favorite thing about like lips and hair. I'm gonna push that down. Yeah, her head is like huge now compared to her face. BRB real quick and then we'll continue. Yeah, this is starting to look awesome. I'm excited about it. Just something really simple and easy, not too hard. Especially after everything that I've had to deal with this last month and a half. I just wanted to kind of relax. I didn't want to have to overthink my painting. I wanted to do something that was familiar to me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is, hey Maximo, how are you? I'm gonna go in and copy all of the hair. It's like an octopus or Medusa. I'm good. I've been really busy. We're gonna deselect. I'm just trying to get rid of, yeah, like stuff like that we don't want. We don't want that. Don't want any of like the spots that have water on them. Don't want like that. We don't want this spot. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to fix it anyway, but we want to just kind of get rid of all this silly stuff. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. Yeah, because her head is way too small for her hair. It's like her hair is going all the way out here, and that's just not right. So I'm gonna go in and try to get as much of this excess crap off. And sometimes, honestly, like when I'm working on the beginning or initial parts of my painting and I'm doing stuff like this, I don't use my like hand and tablet. I actually I use my mouse for this. So what I do is I like oops, undo. No, undo. I do shift click to get around those curves. So like, okay, here's a good example. Like I can either just like try and do it by hand and it's gonna be all messy like that, or I can shift click, which means it's gonna automatically go wherever I click it, right? But if I do it in small enough increments, it's gonna eventually just like be a nice perfect line no matter what. So that's kind of what I do for those spots. Especially in like the beginning stages, I'm not worried about making it perfect. That's like not what art is. Unless you're doing some like weird ass challenge, but for the most part you don't have to like spend hours on like certain details. At least not in the beginning. In the beginning you want to just get the idea out there and the shape correct, then once you get all that perfect, then you go in and add the details last and make it look absolutely perfect. Yeah, in the beginning stages of life. Yeah, I feel the same, honestly. I'm gonna get rid of all these. That bends a weird way. And here's another example. So we're just gonna shift click and make it kind of curved. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's better than if we did it by hand. I could do it by hand. I mean, if I wanted to. I just spend a lot of time redoing it and stuff, and don't really have time for that right now. I just want to kind of relax. Oops. Here we go. Spot right here. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there is. I think I got most of it. Oh, no, I missed a spot. Oh, we missed another spot. We just missed everything, apparently. Okay, that should be good enough. Oh, we still missed another spot. How am I this bad? Oh my gosh. Okay, that should be good enough. So we're gonna just like edit, copy, edit, paste, select clear. We're gonna take that up and put that with the hair. Oops. Hide that for a second. And what I'm gonna do is go in because we copied and pasted. I want something different. Maybe this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, anyway, so we're just gonna kind of go in and what am I trying to say? Get rid of all this. So we're just literally gonna take the watercolors and push them in because we don't care about any of that anymore. And we're gonna kind of leave it messy. Because this water is rippling. I like this one. So we want to get all of that gone because it's on the wrong layer anyway. I love this song. I want to turn it up. We're gonna get rid of that. Just trying to get rid of as much hair as possible because we want the hair on a different layer because we're gonna try and like perfect it, and that's gonna be hard to do if it's like getting on all these other layers and like mixing with things. Hey, was that a follow? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the family. Throwing up my gang signs. Briar, how are you? Why do you want to be like Peter Pan? Fly away? Live on a fantasy island? On a different planet, technically? They flew to a star, right? In the movie? It was a star that they flew to. I guess Disney believes in another alien life. What kind of stuff are you recording? Guys, I missed y'all. It's been so long. It feels so weird not streaming, honestly. I hate it. What cartoon are you working on right now? Oh yeah? Her hair looks so weird right now. Okay, we're gonna fix her hair because it's just, honestly, it's driving me crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this, like, outer part right here. Well, first let's layer copy. Okay, now we're gonna take the outer layer and just kind of like push it in. I'm gonna try to like transform it because her head is not that big. No, not in a million years. You have got to be kidding me. So we're just gonna kind of shape it to the actual whatever we think her head should be. It is gonna fan out a little bit, but for the most part it should be pretty close to like where her head is. So, oh my gosh, that's so much better. That's like worlds better. Let's kind of push it in a little bit more. Okay, so clear. It's not going to be perfect, but now I'm going to put everything in this layer, and that way when we want to look at it, we can just hide it. So this is the new one. This is the old one. Can we just laugh about it for a second? This is the old one. This is the new one. Old, new, old, new. The old one like cracks me up. Oh, I had one of those the other day. So like, cause I just moved in with my family, and I made tea, and they had this like mug thing. And I used it, and I had to wait like 20 minutes to like drink my drink, and I thought that was so weird. I didn't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. The old one had character, yeah. If you can call Pixel being a character. My voice is so like scratchy and deep right now. It's so weird. I cannot wait to be over this cold. So old one, new one. Old one, new one. And the new one still has a super long way to go, but it's starting to look really good already. So we're gonna save that, and then we're gonna save as and make a number 2. And the reason that I'm starting to do this is because when I open up my Patreon, I want to have a gallery of finished art, and then also like process of how I like go through things, so that people can kind of see what it took to like make some of these paintings. Okay, so I want to go in and just keep pushing this all in and get rid of all of that on that layer. I think I heard a sound. No. Okay, I thought someone followed again. Man, I want this to be over with so bad. I cannot wait. Have fun with your recording. You should send it to me when you're done. Unless you don't want to. That's okay. Why is that embarrassing? Oh my gosh. It's never stopped you before. Can you hear me okay? Oh my gosh, my music is like really loud right now. Okay, I'll wait to see the final product. I'm ready to not be dying. Yeah, I guess this will work. Okay, anyway, so we're just gonna continue with where we were. I'm going to copy her body off. I don't want it to be on this background. So we're just gonna take all this and take her arms. Honestly, I could just redo all this. I don't know why I'm copying it. There's like nothing there. They're just lobster clasps. Let's take her legs. This is just so funny looking. Okay, anyway. We're gonna cut that and paste. Oh, there's the old one. Anyway. We're going to get rid of all of that. No, wait, we need to get her outfit too. Dang it! Okay, hold on. We gotta go back down. No, why isn't it selecting? What the heck? Come on! What the heck? Why isn't it selecting? What the heck? Okay, something's wrong, so we're gonna save it and close out of the program. No, dang it. I don't want to close out of all this. I'm gonna have to refind it all. Okay, so we want to open up the face, because that's hella important. I'm still working on her eyes. The thing is, like, I want them to be green eyes, but I don't want her eyes to be neon green. I want them to be, like, a soft green. But, like, it's so hard to get them to look right, because you want to do it in such a way that her eyes still pop, but I haven't found the right combination. I actually, just kidding, I found something today that I really liked, but I don't know if that's actually green or if it's blue. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. So we'll say, yeah, it looks like blue. Humans, female, comic references, Airy. It's a new folder, Airy face. And save that in there. Like, I don't want them to be this bright, but that's gonna take some time. Oh no, yeah, these are green for sure, but the picture that I'm gonna be looking at is, I think it's blue. Let me find it, hold on. Comic references, airy face. Okay, so I took a screenshot of it. I'm pretty sure those are blue eyes. But see how it's like softer? It's not like, if it was a green, that's not a bright green like all the way over here. Or like in here. You know, that kind of thing. I'm wanting more of like a soft, yellowy green. So, something kind of like these eyes, honestly, where it's like not too much. It's like very dulled out, but it still pops. And so I didn't have the right colors for that. And so I might do that combination on Airy, but I'll have to do that later. BRB real quick. Okay, I'm back. Let's go back and change the music. Okay, let's go find the actual painting because I forgot where I put it. Water. Let's see. Water. Here we go. There. Looks strange right now. It's okay. Let's go in and select. Here we go. It just like occasionally stops working and I have to like close out of the program and redo it. So cut and paste, which means now if we hide both of these, we can go in underneath and just start adding all those blues back in. Oh, it's doing it again. What the heck? I don't know what I'm doing. Save real quick. Close out. What is wrong with this paint program today? So weird. And I'm just gonna try to match it up with all the colors around it. Match it all up. for me. I'm not too picky. Okay, so we're just gonna keep kind of working on this. We can get rid of that, I guess. Actually, no, we don't need to do that yet. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm actually gonna go in and kind of build up her head. Because I need to know if this is even accurate or not. I'm thinking it's gonna be way too big. And we need to kind of adjust some things on her face. Where's like the blue? Hey Spimzilla, how are you today? Yeah, this is definitely way too big, but we can size it down and get it to match and stuff. So you'll notice that the areas that are going to be underwater, I added more of a blue tone over them and kind of dulled them out. We don't want those to be more vivid because the further underwater, the more that they lose their own true colors and become whatever's being reflected underneath. So something like that. Let's try to like fix her head and see how big it's gonna get. You're a troll? Not good at it anymore. This is messed up, so we're gonna fix that. Push that in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna size down her face. Because I don't think it's her head that's the issue. I think it, well, yeah, we'll size down her face. Okay, so copy, paste, select clear, and just kind of push it down a little bit. Much better. Much better. Now it doesn't look so giant. We're gonna push it just a tiny bit. And then we're also gonna have to push her hair down too. Oops. Hair, not her body. Now we have to push her hair in as well. Dang. So, in, and in. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this, because it's gonna have to get fixed anyway. That'll kind of work. we're just gonna hide that for a second. We're gonna kind of work on her body. To save me time, I think. Actually, just kidding. You know what? Screw it. We'll just fix it. We're gonna just bring her neck down a bit. There we go. That's almost perfect. Almost. Okay, so we can hide that for a second and kind of fix her other parts. And since this is underwater, I'm gonna kind of add like a tiny bit of a ripple effect through everything, so it looks like water and light is coming through under her. So just kind of going through and making it not perfect. Let's go in, push in her eyes and this area a lot more. Take that blue. I guess this is all pretty close to that side of the face. So we're just gonna kind of darken it up. And then I think the ears would be like probably right here. Right? Somewhere in there. So it's like blue. Probably right there. Maybe probably a little bit more in. What do you mean? It's just to keep people from sending me weird crap. So he'll check them first. Because I get some pretty interesting things that I don't like to get. Okay, nobody got time for that. weird. I can see like some people commenting, but not everybody. Sorry, you guys. Hi, strange character. You're fine. You don't have to talk in chat. Eli, I just saw that you're like watching. I guess this chat isn't working as well as it used to, so I have to like have two open. I don't know. Okay, so I have to decide what outfit I want her to have. I'll do this one. Let's get the other one pulled up real quick. BRB real quick. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so that's right there. We can get rid of all of this. That. We want to get rid of any messed up line work. Don't want edges of her arms showing at all. I'm just kind of adding shadows underneath the hand, wherever I think the hand is going to be anyway, and then on the edges of like the body towards the back, and eventually I'll go in and add like that blue color and stuff, but for now we're just kind of trying to like really separate the body from the hands because it wasn't very obvious before where everything was. So just come up here and kind of do that. And then we're actually going to bring the body in a bit, or the arms in a bit. Select clear and push it back like that. Which means this is probably going to be a bit thinner. Just keep adding those shadows underneath into the armpit and underneath the breast area. I don't think that's right. So we're just gonna take that and bring it up. Because no arm is that freaking long. It's like impossible. And now we have to refix it all over again. That's okay. Let's bring that up. No, lobster claws. Yep. It's finally happening. It's always like that every time I paint, you know this. I always do lobster claws first and then I go and fix it later. And it always just looks really weird for like the longest time. Let's try to bring this up a little bit. It's almost right. I might bring her hand up a little bit more. So we're just gonna fill all this in and bring her hand up. And bring this up. That means we're also going to get rid of this side. And probably gonna... I guess it's okay. It's not gonna be terrible. The infamous duo. Let's make this all darker. Oh, just kidding, it already is dark. Okay. Very helpful. I feel like me streaming is just a long, lengthy monologue of everything that could possibly go wrong and trying to fix it over and over. More shading around this since it's all kind of under there now, because that's gonna push everything down. You know what I just realized? This probably totally depends on what outfit she's wearing, because I still haven't figured out what dress she's wearing. Shit. You know what, it can just be a pretty painting. It's not gonna kill anybody. Besides me. Okay. So we're gonna try. I'm not good at perspective, and this kind of, I feel like, requires just a little bit of knowledge of perspective. And the reason that I say that is because with the way that like she's posing and stuff, you have to know like how far something out is and what's gonna be like popping out of the water and what's gonna be under the water and how the water is gonna form around it. And I'm not going to be totally great at it, but I'm going to try my best to like go in and make this look somewhat normal or right. I don't know if this is really even going to work because I have to really think about what I want to do with this. I don't know. And, like with the way everything's flowing, it almost looks like she's underwater on most of it. Like, I feel like the only place that's really above water probably is just her face. Maybe her legs. So she's kind of not totally flat. She's kind of like at an angle. Like almost sitting, or not even sitting really, but like her legs are coming forward. So I guess really only her knees and her face. And then the rest of it's just gonna be underwater, unless I want it to like come up above, but then that means I have to get rid of the pretty hair. Choices. I can't focus when I have too many options. Okay, so we're just gonna go in and I don't even know now if it's all underwater. Shit. She has like 6 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. That's so funny. That was an accident. Anyway. Kind of want her hand to be above. You know what? I love the hair, but it looks better with the hand above water. So we're gonna try to make it look right, which means this is all gonna kind of poke out, and it's all gonna be like its true color since it's all above water, and the light is on it nicely. So we're gonna make all this light up, but the rest of it is gonna go like it's gonna kind of bend down into that. So we're gonna have this like nice purple, wow, that is just so dark, purple spot and like purple shading all the way down. How am I not gonna mix this up with her dress? I'm gonna kind of add that like blue in there with this one. There we go. Something like that. And then as things get closer to the top, it's gonna kind of start to become its true color again. But then the further things get down under the water, it's all gonna just kind of start to blur out into this like color. If that's the case though, her shoulders might be above water. We'll just try. We'll just try. Get that white back and try to just like put it around kind of this area and kind of in this area, kind of around here. Which means that's gonna be like right there almost. And maybe possibly right there. And probably around the knees. Hey, what's up? lot of people who will say that. That's okay. You think it's cool? Not weird? That's good advice. Who cares what other people think? This might also be a good water practice, since I'm not really good at water. Ah, crap, I put that on the wrong layer. No! Is that the only spot? Please be the only spot. Okay, good. It is. Okay, I'll fix this. So we're gonna bend this in the opposite direction because of the way that she's posed, the way the camera is. It should kind of go up, not down. Take that shadow. Let's get rid of her hair for a second so that we can kind of see what we're looking at and dealing with. Okay, we can get rid of that. Get rid of all that. Something like this, I think. Pretty sure it'd be something in that area.
The further away I am from the other way,
Just positive, yeah. Let's bring it in. So we're just gonna take all of that. Just kind of drag it in a tiny, tiny bit. And I guess if this is all underwater, it should be kind of blue. And then the pink can go where the water starts to not touch. And then the white. So we'll turn everything back on. Go back onto that outfit and start adding the white in this area since it's all kind of above water. Should probably be more white. Let's do that. Actually, it should probably be skin colored because white with water is gonna be see-through. So we should actually kind of go in with that. Which means this is all gonna be get rid of all of that excess. Just gonna like gently outline that with white. Yeah, I logged in to check things out because they brought out that like character, the healer one, and I was like, oh, I'll check this out. But then I saw that it was a lowly, and I was like, no, I won't check it out. Boost me? What is that? Are you talking about like leveling? You always say that every time I like go into play. You're like, I can help you. I don't know. Like, I love games and stuff, but I haven't been able to really like play them. The other thing is like I just got in, like I just moved in with my family and stuff, and they don't really have like amazing internet, so I can't really play games or do anything right now. The only reason that I have internet right now is because I'm at the old place picking up some of my stuff. So I thought I would take advantage of the internet for a bit and just draw. I almost think this should all just be dark. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I almost think most of her hand would be underwater. Kind of like that. Not very good at this. Not good at perspective at all. Maybe a little further up. Like right here. That's a tough one. Start to like give her more color in her legs. And then wherever the knees are should be like bright yellow. All those like normal colors. And then as it goes back down, we should make it darker. Not that dark, but definitely darker. What level are you at in that game? again. to fix her arm because it's like not right. So we're just gonna, let's like rotate it maybe. Go edit, cut, edit, paste. Edit, cut, edit, paste. Well, I mean, that's nice and all, but I'm probably not going to be playing, like, ever. I don't have internet, and I'm not going to have internet for a good while. But it sounds like a lot of fun. Bother me. I'm seeing all these like spots that didn't get completely fixed. Just kind of fixing all of this. Okay. It's better. Go back up. We're gonna try to get rid of most of this. I'm gonna try to kind of bring all of this up. Oh, that's much better. Okay, there we go. And then just kind of drag that in. Kind of bring that up. Yeah, maybe someday. Once I have internet, I might play games again. I don't know. But right now, I'm just over at my old place, taking advantage of the internet while it lasts. Yeah, it feels pretty crappy not having stable internet. I'm trying to survive though. I'm trying. Try to go in. And then this one doesn't really bend much. That can actually go in. Can kind of curve down. That should be good. Kind of looking a little better. Let's try to bring it up a little bit. Bring those like little reflection colors. Oh, that is not on the right layer. Oh well, that's okay. Nothing in the world. To like come back down and it's already 7. Okay, I have to finish up because my family is out doing stuff and they invited me to come hang out. So I gotta finish whatever it is that I'm struggling with. Just kidding, that was the wrong layer. That's kind of better. Let's do that one too. Just erase that. I think the face is fine. It's just the rest of this that is gonna have to like slowly be brought into perspective, I guess. It's kind of bothering me. I feel like it should just be a little bit further up. Kind of. Last minute details. We'll finish this like tomorrow or something. Oh wait, tomorrow is... Monday? Sunday. I might be able to come over tomorrow. if I can like take a texture brush over this. I would be hella impressed. Let's see what happens if I over. Oh, that's interesting.
If this is gonna run, run in my head, I might as well be dreaming. Run, run in my head. If this is gonna run, run in my head, I might as well be dreaming. Run, run in my head, I might as well be dreaming.
I was gonna wrap it up, and then I just keep going and going and going and going. I want to hear it again. I freaking like that song so much.
We'll be dreaming, run, run in my head. I roller coaster for you. Time out of mind, it must be heavenly. It's all enchanted and wild. It's just like my heart. It's just gonna run, run in my head. I might as well be dreaming. Run, run in my head. If this is gonna run, run in my head, I might as well be dreaming. Run, run in my head. I might as well be dreaming. Run, run in my head. I might as well be dreaming. Run,
sweet scented bird shades, my Mary in me. Nor thy crystal stream after our lovely glides, and winds by a cot where my Mary resides. How wanting thy waters the snowy lay, as gathering sweet flowers she stems like clear way. Flow gently, sweet after among my green braids. Flow gently, sweet river, the theme of my lays. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream, so flow gently, sweet after, disturb not her dream. So gently sweet after among my green braids. So gently sweet river, the theme of my lays. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream. So flow gently sweet after, disturb not her dream.
Is this what it feels like to be lonely? And though I'm not afraid to know it won't be the same without you. And now I'm far from home, and I'm not sure where to go. Never wanted to hurt you, but you wanted to hurt me. And then you left me in the cold. So here's what it feels like to be lonely. And no, I'm not afraid to know I will be okay without you. And now I'm far from home, and I'm not sure where to go. Never wanted to hurt you, but you wanted to hurt me. And then you left me in the cold.
Mark, I said hi. How are you guys? Can I get undrunk? I'm drinking now. Cheers. What are you guys gonna drink? Thanks. It's just in the beginning phases, so it's not really looking too great, but tomorrow I'll probably work on it somewhere. Let's put a little highlight over this dude. It's not gonna work. I like that. I'm drinking Crown Royal with Dr. Pepper. I almost want to like filter these and turn the saturation down. I think that would be really pretty. Like make everything else kind of dulled out while the character looks bright. Oh my gosh, yes. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. Or I can make it super bright. Actually, I want it dulled out. For sure. Just gonna have to get the combination right. Okay, I'm gonna save this. I gotta go. My family is probably... no, it's not a self-portrait. If, like, for those who, like, actually know me, if they took the time to, like, look at my character's face, from, like, a glance, yeah, we probably look alike because of the red hair, but, like, we're definitely very different. Different body type and different face shape for sure. Mine's more, like, oval and... yeah, just kind of a little bit more oval. I have brown eyes. She has green eyes. And she's got like a cute little button nose. My nose is not a button nose. Probably the only thing that we have in common is the mouth, maybe. Her face is like perfectly heart-shaped. And yeah, her hair is like perfect too. Different body type, I think. I don't think I don't have this curvy of a body. Mine's like a little bit more square. Like, I think mine's like kind of more like that. Anyway, I'm gonna close out of this. I gotta go. So, gotta save all this. And thanks everybody for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad that I got some time to freaking draw because it's been a bit. Yeah, this painting looks like a mess right now. I can't wait to fish. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm sick and I'm like stuttering over my words. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. You may or may not see me tomorrow. Like, because I moved to a new place and I don't have internet and I'm not gonna have internet for a while. Because I'm with family, not like at my own place. And they can't get internet where they're at. And I might not be coming back here because I don't want to run into a certain someone. Okay, I'm trying to like find this before I just leave. Water go? Okay, open. There we go. Okay. Awesome. So you guys can kind of see it turned out okay, I guess. It's not done. It's got like a long way to go. Okay, I gotta go. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun, Brooke and Jesse.